Hey up everyone, and welcome to the 12th and final day of my 12 days of Christmas. And for the final day I decided to do something just short and simple. I'm just going to talk about my New Year's resolutions that I've made to myself this year, which I don't really do them a lot of the time because I never really stick to them, but I feel like these 3 resolutions aren't just doable. I feel like they are things that I should do just to help me and help me enjoy life more. As I mentioned, I've got 3 main New Year's resolutions that I've made to myself this year, and I'm just going to share them with you. Number 1 is that I want to try and see my friends as much as possible. Now, I do try and see my friends whenever I can, but I often find myself sometimes not really wanting to, depending how I feel. If I'm having a particularly bad day, I might just, you know, let them know and then cancel. And also sometimes when the opportunity does arise, I might not feel up to it, or I just might not feel like I will want to on the day, so I'll say no, or I might just be a bit precarious and say maybe, but you know, I can't guarantee anything. But I want to try and make a conscious effort to say yes to seeing them as much as I can, because at the end of the day, my friends make me happy. I don't like being on my own, and seeing my friends is a very good way to counter that, especially while other Phil is at work. Number 2 is that I want to start saying yes to more opportunities that may arise. I am thinking specifically more in terms of music and performance, but just in general. If an opportunity to do something arrives that maybe I haven't done for a while or haven't been able to do before and would like to, I want to try and get myself to say yes more than saying no out of fear that something bad might happen. To give you an example, I haven't actually performed live in front of people properly for nearly 2 years now, and that's something that I feel like I need to change. So I would very much like to be able to get out there and start performing in public again, not just for you guys and for close friends and stuff like that. Another example is that I, a while ago, was offered by one of my friends to go busking. They were going to come with me and try and make me feel a little bit more comfortable, as it would be the first time that I'd done it, but I said no because I was too scared about what sort of reaction I might get from the public, or if I myself just wasn't happy with what I ended up doing on the day. And I need to stop doing that. I need to say yes to things more. I feel like that is going to be very helpful for me if I do manage to stick to it. My third and final one is that I need to start being nicer to myself. A fair few of my friends have recently been pointing out that I am way too harsh on myself, and it's not really something I tend to notice because, you know, I don't really think about it that way, but after having multiple people mention that they don't see why I'm being so harsh on myself and that I need to stop doing it, obviously it must be a thing that I am doing, so I need to try and make a conscious effort to work on that and to become better at, I don't want to say praising myself because I don't want to sound big-headed, but just being nicer to myself, and sort of, I need to be able to stop myself from stopping myself, if that makes sense, because a lot of the time, a lot of the reasons that I might say no to doing something is because I get in my own head and I am very good at convincing myself that either I'm not good enough to do this thing or that the person who may have invited me is only doing it out of pity or whatever, whereas I need to be better at being kinder to myself and telling myself that no, I can do this and I should do this, which is something that I am very bad at doing right now, as has been pointed out. So they are my main New Year's resolutions this year. Please let me know in the comments what yours are, and I do hope that you have enjoyed the 12 days of Christmas that I have done on this channel. I do want to take a moment to go along with one of those resolutions and say that I am actually kind of proud of myself that I've managed to do this. I honestly, when I started planning it, didn't think I'd manage to do a video every day for 12 days, especially Christmas themed ones, because it was kind of hard to come up with all of the ideas, but I am kind of proud of myself that I managed to do it, and if anything I did set this as more of a challenge to myself than anything. So the fact that I've completed it does make me feel quite good about myself in a small way. But now I have taken that moment, I will stop praising myself and just say thank you to those of you that have watched. I do hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that ends up being. Bye!